Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to take a deep dive into a subject that has captured global attention: justice served, Russians in Crimea forced to flee in mass exodus. To understand this moment, we will analyze it in a way that feels familiar, almost like reviewing something piece by piece, from the outside look of the situation, the interior experiences, the performance of events, the safety aspects, the unique factors that set this apart, the price that is being paid, and finally what this all means for the future. When we first look at Crimea from the outside, the most striking thing is how different the landscape is compared to just a few years ago. The exterior is changing rapidly, both physically and symbolically. Streets that once seemed settled and dominated by Russian presence are now filled with the sight of moving trucks, hurried departures, and abandoned homes. From an international perspective, Crimea's exterior has shifted from being a symbol of Russian control to becoming a place of departure, unrest, and transformation. This external view is important because it shows the world the visible signs of a major power shift. You do not need to go deep into reports to notice that things are changing. The exterior alone tells a story of a community breaking away from one chapter of history and moving into another. But when we step inside, when we look at the interior of Crimea during this moment, the picture becomes more emotional and more human. People inside the region are not just statistics, they are families, workers, young people, and elders facing uncertainty. The atmosphere is tense but also filled with hope for some. The interior experience is short and sharp. People are forced to make decisions quickly, pack up their lives, and decide whether to leave or stay. While the exterior shows the large-scale exodus, the interior reveals the personal sacrifices, the quiet goodbyes, and the resilience of those who want to stay and build something new. It is within these homes and communities where the most personal part of the story unfolds. Looking at the performance of events, it becomes clear that the system that once seemed solid and unmovable is now collapsing under pressure. The performance of Russian control in Crimea has weakened dramatically. What appeared to be strong authority has proven to be unsustainable when confronted with both external resistance and internal dissatisfaction. The speed of the exodus highlights this collapse of performance. Families who once felt secure under Russian governance now see no future in staying. This shows how quickly circumstances can shift when justice, political will, and social change come together. Just like in any review where we look at how well something functions in practice, here the performance is failing, and it is failing visibly. Of course, whenever large numbers of people are displaced or forced to make sudden moves, safety becomes one of the most urgent concerns. For those leaving, the journey itself is risky. They must figure out how to transport their belongings, protect their families, and find a new place to live. For those staying, safety means worrying about whether retaliation, unrest, or shortages will affect their daily lives. Local organizations and international eyes are watching closely, hoping to prevent harm to ordinary people caught in the middle of political conflict. Safety is not just about physical protection but also about economic stability, access to healthcare, and the ability to live without fear. In moments like this, safety becomes a feature that can either strengthen or weaken the hope for the future, and in Crimea right now, safety is fragile and uncertain. What makes this entire situation stand out compared to other geopolitical shifts are the unique selling points. This is not simply a territorial conflict, it is about people reclaiming a sense of justice and identity. Crimea has always been a region with deep historical and cultural roots, and now those roots are pushing back against imposed control. The unique point here is the demonstration of resilience. Despite years of outside dominance, communities are finding ways to assert their independence and vision for the future. Another unique factor is how visibly this exodus reflects global changes. In an interconnected world, the images and stories from Crimea spread instantly, inspiring discussions and drawing attention to the balance between power and people. Unlike many other conflicts, this one is unfolding in real time, visible to anyone who wants to see. But all of this comes at a cost, and the price is heavy. Families are leaving behind homes they built, jobs they depended on, and neighborhoods where they once felt secure. Economically, the departure of so many people creates gaps that will take years to recover from. Businesses are shutting down, property values are collapsing, and entire communities are being reshaped. Emotionally, the price is even deeper. People are leaving memories, heritage, and the comfort of familiarity. For those who remain, the price is paid in uncertainty, in the challenge of rebuilding a region while dealing with loss. History has shown that justice often carries a cost, and in this case, the price is both personal and collective. It is the cost of transformation, and while painful now, it might lead to a stronger future in the long run. When we pull all of this together, the conclusion becomes clearer. Crimea is not just experiencing a political shift, it is experiencing a transformation at every level. The exterior is changing visibly, the interior is full of resilience and uncertainty, the performance of Russian control is breaking down, safety remains a fragile concern, the unique points show the power of identity and justice, and the price being paid is enormous but meaningful. Together, these layers create a complete picture of a region at a turning point. This moment teaches us a valuable lesson: even systems that appear strong can collapse quickly when they lack genuine support from the people. Justice has its own kind of performance, and in Crimea, we are watching it unfold in real time. While the challenges are great and the sacrifices painful, the direction is one that suggests hope for the future. The mass exodus is not simply about leaving. It is about moving forward, about reshaping identity, and about proving that communities can demand change even against overwhelming odds. So as we reflect on Crimea today, we see more than just a geopolitical event. We see a story of endurance, of courage, and of the complex price of justice. What lies ahead for Crimea will not be simple, but the resilience shown so far suggests that a brighter and more independent chapter is waiting to be written. Justice has been served in a way that is costly but undeniable, and the world is watching as history is being rewritten before our very eyes. Thank you for staying with us through this detailed breakdown. If you found this analysis helpful, make sure to support the channel, share your thoughts, and stay tuned for more discussions on the stories shaping our world.